Oh, my closet is open. Oops. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was open before. Hi guys, and welcome back. So I just wanted to make this quick little video talking about this like new series of videos that I'm gonna have on my channel, and they're all like my paranormal experiences, which I did make a video about a year ago when it was like my scariest paranormal experience. I will link it down below or in the little thingy up here. And it was basically like me being attacked by a demon, and then I said that I'm gonna follow up with like what happened to my boyfriend after that, and my mom, and like other stories, but then I kind of like never I stopped recording videos, so that's why that didn't happen. So I figured I'm gonna have like Spooky Sunday. And the whole thing about spooky is because like I'm totally a 90s kid, and I don't know if you guys are like, if you're hearing something, Princess is like chewing on ham bone. So if you guys remember like old school X-Files, his name, like his nickname was Spooky Mulder. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. So Spooky Sunday is basically I'm gonna have like paranormal videos every Sunday. But I didn't just want to like come on here and like do this video and then like leave you hanging. So I will do like a small little experience that I had, because yeah, it happened. I was just FaceTiming with my mom. There's something on my nose, and my computer is like right there, and this happened probably a month ago. I mean, I'm gonna go all into it, and you guys will see as time goes by from like my stories that this has been happening like my entire life, and it's happening to this day. But like this was really recent. So I went on vacation again this year to Italy, but like before that I was just talking to my mom. We were like so we were texting, and then I'm like, oh, let me just FaceTime, it's gonna be faster. So I sit down on my computer, and my camera is angled a lot like this camera, just a little bit more diagonally, I guess. And she answers the call, and as she's like still setting up, and I don't know, she's like looking down at the keyboard or whatever, and like I'm adjusting myself, I'm sitting on the edge of my bed, I see, if you can see behind me, so there, like here would be the bathroom, there is the living room, and there's just like I have my laundry machine and stuff, and I just put some curtains up recently. So anyway, as I'm like, you know, panning up or like looking up, I see this like shadow go by, like the figure of a person, and it wasn't like out of the corner of my eye or whatever. I saw it on the screen, so the camera was seeing it, and I wasn't recording or anything because I would have had the footage. So I see this, and I know it's not like a speck of dust or anything, or like I'm imagining seeing it, because my first reaction was, oh my god, like is the electrician in the house or something? Because I've been renovating the apartment, I've had like contractors in the house, so I was pretty used to like sitting in here and like doing work, and then having someone like, you know, go to the bathroom every now and then. I would like catch them out of the corner of my eye, or if I would be FaceTiming with my mom or something, like I would see them go by. So my first reaction was like, oh my god, is like who's that in the house, like which person? And then I realized, like, hold up, wait a second, like I'm not having any work done today, like there's nobody else in the house but me, my dog, and my bird, rescue bird. That's another story. Her name's Ellie. And there's like paranormal stuff happening with that too. So I had that instinct of like, oh my god, that was a person. and it was during the day, like it wasn't night, or it was like, I don't know if it was like this time of day because it's like the sun is set, but it must have been afternoon because it was like after my mom got home from work, so it must have been around this time. And like, because my mom was like, oh hi, I don't know what, and then she was like telling me about something, I didn't really have a chance to like react or say anything, but like I was like, okay, I just saw someone like go by. And yeah, it didn't, or at least the camera like didn't pick up any features or whatever. It was like an average height, because so it basically just crossed like that, going from the bathroom towards the living room, and I could see their height. It was like to about there, which I have a light switch here, so yeah, they're like average height. It wasn't demon, I'm assuming. It was a person. So that was that. But it was a black silhouette. Not just, I don't know, like it was dense, like I couldn't see through it. But it didn't have like any features. I couldn't tell clothes or anything. And as I'm babbling now because as I'm talking, like my bed now, I hate beds that have spaces under them, and this one has it. And I know that when I talk about this stuff, it like stirs it up. So yes, I saw that, and I kind of just like, you know, my mom didn't see it, and because she was like pulling her chair and adjusting whatever, and she looked up as this thing passed. So yeah, and then I told her like, yeah, just casually saw someone like passing. But here's the thing, I do have a bunch of experiences, and I do have spirits in the house. I don't think they're linked to anything that I mean, it might be. I was going to say, I don't think it's linked to anything that I have in the house, because everything that I have in the house is new, almost everything, because I just renovated. But this building and this area is like very old, and the people, like I told you guys in a previous video, this apartment was owned by my great grandmother. Like, granted, she bought it when she was like 80 years old or something, so she was, you know, these apartments, I think they were built in like the 70s maybe, I'm not sure, like something like that, early 70s. I would have to look it up. But anyway, so they're like technically new-ish for like, you know, in terms of buildings. But the people who, this area was like an old school area. Okay, so the way that it is, at least in Europe, is that you have cities that are called like closed cities, which means that you can't just freely move around and like buy a place or like get your ID to like any state or part of it. And that's what was happening here. So this city was a closed city, which meant that you could not move and live here and like get your ID unless you have like a government job or whatever. So the people who owned this place, or like who own, let me say, like the older generation, I don't know if it's still a closed city, I don't think so. But back then, like the only people who could buy were the people who had jobs, and like, you know, they were like in their 40s, 50s, whatever, something. And so, and the only reason my great grandmother was able to buy this place is because my grandmother, so her daughter, was working in the city and she had like a government job. Anyway, so all of these apartments in all of this area, because I'm like very close to like downtown, is old buildings. And like I'm getting shivers right now. And most of the people that have owned these places have passed away. Or yeah, because like very few have sold. So for instance, like in this room right where I'm sitting, like in this area, there used to be a chair, like a, not like a rocking chair, but kind of like, you know, one of those like big chairs. And so my great grandmother passed away right here. Like, and I'm laughing not because it's funny, just because like this is a nervous laughter. So my great grandmother passed away in this room. Like, I don't think she's like hanging around, but I think every apartment in this building has had someone pass away. Like, this is just how it is. Like, in Europe, people like buy an apartment and then it goes from like generation to generation, and you have people like be born and die in like the same space. That sounds really creepy, but that's how it is. So yes, plus there's like a huge river. There's like, I'm on the bank of a river, and it's a really wide river. If you watch my vlogs, then you probably have seen it, and it's a large body of water. Like, I don't know exactly what sort of ground this is on, but whenever you have like what was it, like limestone, I think that's the one that makes like paranormal phenomena happen more, and also large bodies of water because they generate energy. So there is a large body of water. That's my alarm because I'm making risotto. So anyway, I have to wrap this up. But yeah, I saw a person, a shadow of a person. It wasn't a demon because it didn't feel demonic. It just felt like a person walking casually from my bathroom into the living room. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I'm salivating because I'm like so hungry I can't even think or talk. Please subscribe. Please hit the little bell so that you get notified whenever I post a video. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. Kisses, I guess. I don't have an outro yet, so bye.